whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is righteous, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, admirable, I'll think on these things.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Revive Day Sessions. I am super excited to be doing this day session today. We've been giggling and laughing. My name is Lauren Alessi, and I am joined by a very special guest, someone near and dear to not only my heart, but many hearts, and that is Miss Desiree Hudson. Yay, give it up for Miss Des. I call her Miss Des because that is just a habit, something I've done because I've known you. You've known me basically my whole life. So I'm going to continue calling you Miss Des.
Okay.
But anyways, if you know Desiree Hudson, you love her because she's just very, very special. And today we are talking on essentially the waiting season. But like I told you before when we were prepping, I feel like the waiting season in today's day and age is almost like commercialized.
Mhm,
Talking about God's waiting season. It's almost, yeah, it's like clickbait. And I don't want to just talk about that. I want to talk about the Lord renewing your strength when you are in a waiting season, when you're waiting for something, how God renews your strength. And if you know Miss Des's testimony, you know that God brought her through a lot, but also God renewed her strength along the way. And so that's essentially what we're going to be talking about in today's day session through an interview. And so we are excited to get into it. We're excited to talk about it. And we've been giggling and laughing along the way so far. So it's going to be fun.
So brace yourself.
Yeah, brace yourself and join us. Just giggle, just laugh with us. Okay. So, Miss Des,
Yes.
can you please share a little bit? Maybe some of us know, maybe some of us don't know, but can you share a little bit of your story and your testimony?
Absolutely. So I moved from Connecticut to Miami in March of 1999
Hmm.
and moved specifically to manage a staffing firm in Miami Lakes.
Hmm.
And I was raised Catholic all my life and knew that I needed to find a church. I walked into Metro Life and I was like, what is going on? Very different from the Catholic Church, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
And started attending Metro, and that was in September of 1999. Immediately got involved.
Yeah.
Got involved at so many different events that we were doing at that time, even the Christmas tree lot
Mm.
back in the day. And then from there, in April of 2000 was when I came on board.
Hmm.
That was a blessing all on its own. I had been with Kelly Services for over 17 years,
Wow.
but I knew that that transition at the time, that was perfect. That was God opening up that door. So, and then that's when, from that point on, here, I moved to Miami, beautiful place, and I'm thinking, oh, this is where I'm going to find my Boaz.
Hmm.
Well, it wasn't until 2015, November of 2015, that we finally said I do to each other. So
Wow.
that period, there was a lot going on within that period.
A lot going on.
Mhm.
And if my math is correct, that's 15 years of waiting for the right one, sowing towards the right one.
Absolutely.
That's a good period of time of, if you're going to call that a waiting season, 15 years is a considerable amount of
It's a
time.
long time. It's a long time. And I can't say that that time was good.
Hmm.
There were a lot of tears, a lot of
Hmm.
insecurities, a lot of comparing myself to other people,
Hmm.
feeling left behind. Like, God, you're doing it for other people. Why are you not doing it for me?
Yeah.
Um, and at that time, being on staff, most of my circle of friends, they were all married.
Mm.
So, Pastor Stephen Mary, Maury and David, Anna and Armando. So those were the people that I did life with. So whenever we went to like a church conference or something like that, and we went to dinner, it was all of the couples and then Des.
Hmm.
So that was difficult. That was difficult.
Well,
So
especially traveling too. Everyone has their hotel room,
absolutely.
and then that can get lonely. That can get really
Yes.
tough.
And then you're going into your own hotel room by yourself.
Yeah,
So that was very difficult.
very different. And it's interesting because we say at the time the church, it was a lot of couples, a lot of your friends, but also, and I was going to ask you this, just in church in general, you mostly see married couples walk through the doors of the church. You mostly see two people come in. It's very rarely do you see like a single person. I think now in today's day and age,
Now.
you see that a
Hmm.
little bit more.
Hmm.
But that's tough too because you see people come in constantly, married couples, married
Constantly.
like so then that's
Constantly.
kind of like adding fuel to the fire.
Exactly. And then while you're waiting, you're in that season and, we as humans, we're like, okay, let's when is this going to happen? Let's get okay, Lord, well, I trust you, but the timing is off here. And then
Hmm,
you start thinking about, okay, what I'm just going to take the reins on this and do something on my own.
hmm, yeah,
Whether it's, going out, you know, to places where you shouldn't be going,
hmm,
thinking, oh, I'll find somebody over there, I'll find somebody over here. It's just the wrong thing to do. And so if you're not really grounded um, in the Lord, you have to be very careful with that
hmm,
because you can easily be distracted and want to take the reins yourself
yeah,
instead of allowing God to guide you.
yeah. No, absolutely, absolutely. So you mentioned comparison. You mentioned a little bit of loneliness.
Yes.
I'm wondering what are some other emotions maybe you struggled with during that period of it's 15 years of waiting?
15 years.
So what are some other
So
emotions?
insecurity was a big one.
Hmm,
Insecurity was a really big one. It was a very, very, very hard season.
hmm,
And I did have ebbs and flows of it,
yeah,
where I was like, okay, Lord, we're good. We're good with each other. And then, uh, it's something I'd have to go to a wedding.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay. I'd
yeah,
have to go to a wedding and everybody's dancing with their partners. And I'm like, well, I'm going to get on the dance floor and I'm dancing by myself.
mhm,
So that was always hard. And even going to, baby showers,
yeah,
because the waiting is not only just waiting for a spouse, but you could be waiting for your home, you could be waiting for a child, you could be waiting for a new opportunity in your job. um, there's always something that we as human are waiting
are waiting
for,
for.
so and it's in that hard period that the mountain is before you, you're looking at this and all you're focusing is on that
Hmm,
and that promise. And if you think, oh, I'm just going to go around this mountain,
hmm,
it's not going to work. You have to do it God's way.
yeah,
So you have to say, you know what? No, Lord, okay, your word says that you're with me
hmm,
through the highs and the lows till the end.
hmm,
So walk with me up this mountain. And that's that's the best
yeah,
right there. But it's getting to that point.
yeah,
Getting to that point.
yeah. And it's interesting because climbing that mountain is one of the toughest things, but once you've climbed it, it's like addicting.
Yes, yes,
It's like,
yes.
what else can I do? What
Exactly.
next mountain can I
Yeah,
climb? No,
it's hard.
and I love how you mentioned, it's weddings, but it's also baby showers. It's also,
Absolutely.
everyone
Homes.
wants to have a party for everything these days. So it's like
Oh my
it's
God.
gender reveals nowadays.
Yes,
It's
yes.
a lot of things, and like Miss Des was saying, maybe you're not just waiting for a spouse. Maybe you're waiting for a baby, and maybe that's something you struggle with is another pregnancy announcement was made, another baby shower invitation, another gender reveal. That's going to come that's going to be another mountain you have to climb
Absolutely.
every time.
Absolutely.
And especially maybe you're someone who's waiting on a new job opportunity and it's like everywhere you turn, everyone's being blessed with jobs.
Right.
And here I am, I'm stuck doing the same old, not being blessed
Exactly.
with a job.
Exactly.
So, and I love how you mentioned insecurity. I'm wondering, Any other, you said comparison, insecurity, loneliness.
Comparison, loneliness was another one as well. Feeling like, okay, Lord, where are you?
Mm,
Did you forget about me?
yeah.
I'm working for you.
Mm,
I'm working for you.
mm,
How are you forgetting about me?
yeah.
Is it my turn? When is it going to be my turn? That was those days were really really difficult, and it wasn't until um, we had an event that I was preparing for. It was a candlelight burning ceremony, and we had the altars, in the front, and I was setting that up, and I was by myself. And I could honestly say I probably can say I've heard God's voice maybe 3 times in my lifetime.
Mm,
And I heard, trust me,
mm,
trust me. And I thought, okay, all right, Lord, I hear you. I'm going to have to trust you on this.
mm,
And that was a turning point for me. That was a turning point because I knew that he heard me, he understood me. I'm his daughter. He
yeah.
wants nothing but the best for me.
Yeah.
So it was from that point on that I had to look at, okay, how am I going to steward this time of preparation, this time of waiting, and not focus on the promise, because at the end of the day, he is the one that is the maker of the promise.
Mm,
So instead of focusing on the promise, focus on him,
mm,
the one that actually has the promise for me.
wow.
So what am I doing in that time frame?
Yeah.
What am I doing in this not yet period?
Mm,
And I just became very, very involved wherever there was a need, whatever needed to get done. Um, and honestly, this may sound strange to people, but I had my dates with God. So I would have my alone time with God. I would, just lock myself in my bedroom and just worship,
mm,
and just read the word and just get engulfed in his presence so that if he when he speaks, I know that it's him.
mm,
Des, I need you to go left or I need you to go right. I wanted to make sure that I was that in tune with him
wow.
so that I knew which
Yeah.
direction to go because I knew what he held for me.
Yeah.
I knew the promise he held for me and I knew that he loved me.
Mm,
And so I just needed to make sure that that waiting period that I stewarded well.
yeah.
So it was not only things that I did, but I also planted seed financially.
Mm,
I wanted to make sure, okay, Lord, I'm going to plant a seed for my husband.
mm,
And I would do that every now and then. I would do that. I would do that. It may seem strange to people, but for me, it was
yeah.
something that I felt in my heart that I needed to do.
Wow.
And that helped me through probably the most darkest times.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I really love that concept of, because I'm trying to think of it from a just totally unbiased perspective.
Hmm.
When you are someone who works for a church, serves the church, and your prayers not getting answered, yeah, it's a feeling of
Yeah.
like, okay, everybody else's prayers are getting
Yeah.
answered and mine's not. Like
Yeah.
that's that's really tough.
Yeah.
And people walk into church that are very new to church, very new to Christianity, and their prayers are getting answered.
Hmm.
It can, your thoughts can go very dark very quick.
Very dark. And it almost, you feel abandoned.
Hmm. Yeah.
And my background story is, yes, I have a biological father, but he's not the one that raised me.
Hmm.
So, here I am working for God at a church, and I felt, okay, you're abandoning me just like my biological father abandoned me.
Wow. Yeah.
So then you're dealing with all of that.
Yeah.
Even though I have an amazing dad, he's not my stepdad, he's my father. He raised me since I was 3 years old, and he is my love. But that did creep up.
Wow.
That did creep up. So you're trying to deal with that as well.
Yeah.
So
Navigate a lot.
it's a lot to navigate.
But I love that concept of, okay, God, maybe my prayer is not getting answered, but I can steward this season well,
Yes.
because I think that carries it's like we were talking about it a little bit before. That's going to carry into every season. So my prayer is not getting answered now for a spouse, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe for children, or
Or
maybe
home.
a home, or the dream job,
Mm-hmm.
or whatever it is you're praying for. But how can I steward this season well?
Absolutely.
And then when that prayer does get answered, that practice of stewarding things well is going to get carried over into the next season. So talk about, you talked a little bit about it, like the practical things, but what about the depth of that spiritually? Stewarding things well in one season.
Well, stop right there.
It's okay. No, that's fine. Let me reframe
Okay.
that question. So
Okay.
pause, because let me find it in a different question, because that's a
We're
new
on the roll.
question. I
That's a
totally
new
threw off
question.
shit. I know. I'm
Wait, what?
sorry. My bad.
All right.
Okay, here's a good one.
Okay. Which one's that one?
So I'm gonna point it back in.
Okay.
So I love that concept of stewarding things well
Mhm.
in one season, because it's just creating the practice of, okay, once you steward it well here, you're gonna have to carry it into the next season, whether
Mhm.
that's, you're waiting on a spouse or children, or a
A home.
a home, or maybe lost sons and daughters to return home. You never know.
Yes, absolutely.
So maybe my prayer's not getting answered, but I can steward this season well, and just getting into the practice of that. So I'm wondering, how did your season of stewarding singleness well, how did that help you kind of carry into the season of marriage? So stewarding singleness, how did that help you get into the practice of then stewarding marriage?
Right. So stewarding the singleness part of it taught me a lot.
Hmm.
It sure did. It taught me patience,
Yeah.
without a doubt, patience. And most importantly, it taught me to be selfless,
Hmm.
because prior to that, you're thinking it's all about me.
Yeah.
God, when are you going to, when is mine going to happen? Everything is me, 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 me. And it was when I got the revelation of, okay, what are you doing here? How are you going to steward this?
Hmm.
In this, not yet, what are you doing here? I learned that, you know what, it's really not about you, Des.
Hmm.
It's not about you. And so it taught me in my marriage that I have to put him first, my husband first, in
Hmm.
many things. Yes, God is the head and over our home, but I have to put my husband's needs first. I have to understand him better. So patience, and I would say
Just the lack of
just,
thinking about yourself.
yes,
Yeah.
just being selfless,
Selfless. Wow. Which I think is
being
so
selfless.
beautiful, Miss Des, because like you said, you need that in marriage. But then when you're thinking of people in a waiting season, you get caught in the mindset of, I'm losing time.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
wasting time. My prayer's not getting answered.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's coming. I'm not going to have kids. Every year's passing by. And God is so much bigger than all that. God's
Yeah.
like, I'm using
Mm-hmm.
all of this. You have so much time. And so
Yes.
to hear you say, no, God used those 15 years, and I
He sure
really
did.
learned a lot about myself.
A lot.
And then I carried those 15 years,
A
learned
lot.
a lot, and carried that into my marriage. It's beautiful.
You had to. I
Yeah.
had to, because I could have gone so many other different directions,
Hmm.
because your mind really can play tricks on you and go, okay, well, he's not coming through for me.
Yeah.
You're working for, his house.
Yeah.
And okay, so maybe he did forget about me. So let me go out here and see what I can find out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that in itself is a hot mess, like I would say.
It's a hot
it's a hot mess.
in today's day and age.
Yeah, it's a hot
It is
mess.
a hot mess. Absolutely.
So yeah, that was
Yeah.
a very dark time.
Okay, so quick question. You had
Mhm.
said, because I feel like in any waiting season, your brain can go two ways. Very dark,
Mm-hmm.
but then full of faith. And we talked a lot about your brain going dark a little bit, but what are some things that are positive that you learned about God in your waiting
Oh,
season?
his grace.
Hmm.
His grace and his love towards me.
Hmm.
I don't I wish people can comprehend
Yeah.
that, especially when you're in that season. Yes, you're expecting your home. Well, expecting is one thing, but how about a miracle?
Yeah.
That's different.
That's very true.
That's very different.
That's very true.
So, um, it's it's God's way is the only way.
Yeah.
When I look back at those 15 years and I see all of the little, I call them little winks, God's winks,
Yeah.
where, he's connecting all of the dots. I'm like, wow, Lord, you were in it all from the very beginning.
Hmm.
You were there when I was dealing with this crying. You were there when I was feeling insecure. You were there every step of the way. And yes, I could have made roadways for a different path,
Yeah.
but because I said, okay, enough is enough, I'm trusting you, God, because you said to me, trust me.
Hmm.
This is what I'm going to do in that period of time. And what you brought me was someone that I would never, ever, ever would have expected.
Hmm.
He certainly wasn't on my list. I wanted a 6'5", a guy that was 6'5". I wanted certain parameters. Well, I got a 5'10", but that's okay.
That's okay. Yeah.
But the love that he has shown me
Hmm.
as a husband and how he takes care of me, um, it's just I would have not expected that.
Wow.
Only God is the one that was able to give me that.
Yeah. And that's such a good point. It's not about just looking for a house. It's looking for
Of course,
the house and the miracle
a house
along
of
with it.
miracle.
It's not just about focusing on a husband or a wife. It's about looking for that partner and the miracle that God's going to bring with it.
Exactly. The same thing with babies.
Same thing with babies.
Same thing with babies. You're in the waiting, a Lord. But God's timing is always the right time. And at
Yeah.
the end of the day, Lauren, the more and more I think about it, it's really not even about us.
Yeah.
It's really for other people. Why are we sitting here having this conversation?
Yeah.
Yes, I lived through it.
Yeah.
Yes, I went through it. But we're sitting here having this conversation for people that are going to be listening to this.
It's true. It's very true.
That's what it's about. At the end of the day, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
It all points to him. It always points to him.
Yeah. For the glory of God.
Exactly.
No, I love it. I love it. So, like we're saying, we're sharing your testimony for the glory of God
Absolutely.
to bless other people. So, what would you say? Because you're speaking from your testimony as a place of like, that's where I was. I'm
Mhm.
no longer there today. God's brought me from that and God showed me the miracle, right? But maybe there's some people, no, we know for a fact that there
Yeah.
are some people listening to this, and no matter what we say, they're like, this is sweet, but God's forgotten about me. I've waited longer than 15 years. So, or like, what I'm waiting for is a lot harder than just a spouse. So
Right.
they're caught up in their own waiting season, right?
Right.
So what would you say to those people who are feeling overlooked, right? Like you said,
Mhm.
forgotten about God, abandoned by God. What would you say to those people?
Well, you mentioned that they are dealing with with feeling abandoned, feeling, being left behind.
Hmm.
It's how they're feeling.
Hmm.
It's all about how they're feeling.
Hmm.
And the word does say that he's with us every step of the way. So he knows what you're going through. He's well aware that you're waiting on a home, that you're feeling abandoned, that you're feeling lonely. He's well aware of that.
Hmm.
And you just, for me, it was okay, Lord, this is how I'm feeling today. But Father, I need to feel you right now.
Yeah.
I need to feel your presence. I need you to be with me.
Yeah.
Take this feeling of loneliness out of my heart,
Yeah.
out of my emotions. Give me engulf me with joy.
Hmm.
And so I would talk and have dialogue with God like that.
Yeah.
And that's what would get me out of those pits, I call them,
Hmm.
because the pits are going to come no matter what.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
matter what, you're always waiting for something. But it's how you position yourself in that, and not be so focused on the me
Yeah.
and the I, and say, okay, yes, I recognize that I am here and I'm feeling this,
Yeah.
but you're bigger than all that. And your word says that you go before me.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling this right now, Lord. And I know that you're with me, but I know there's something at the end.
Yeah.
And you're going to show me in
Amen.
your perfect timing,
Yeah.
not my timing, your perfect timing.
And would you say that is because we're talking about not just the waiting season, but the Bible says that those who wait on the Lord, he shall renew their strength.
Mhm.
Would you say that's how you get in the position of, I'm waiting on you, God, and you're going to renew my strength?
Absolutely.
Hmm.
And that's also where you get the joy of the Lord.
Hmm.
There's nothing like it.
Yeah.
There's
very
nothing
true.
like that. And people will look at you and go, wow, you're going through all of this, but how is it that you're still smiling?
Hmm. Yeah. And then the word also says, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is righteous,
Yes.
pure, think upon these
Yes.
things.
Absolutely.
Wow.
It's not that hard, but it's hard when you're going through it.
Yeah.
And we're speaking this way, and we've all been through it. And when you're going through it, people, like when I was going through, people would say, "Oh, this is your year." Oh my God, this is your year.
And then the next year.
And then the next year again, this is your year. Oh, I had a dream. The Lord told me. Oh my God. Which,
Yeah.
sorry if you're out there listening to this and he told me that when I was single. I'm sorry. But it was always, and
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh my God, please. And that would just like spiral me back down. I'm like, no, I can't.
I always
don't
want to
think
see God's like demeanor when people do that.
Yes,
Where he's like,
right?
no, it's not.
Exactly.
No, she still has time.
She's still in the waiting
She's still in the
period.
waiting. She's got like 5 more
Not
years.
yet. Not yet. You have 5 more years.
She's got a
Lord.
while.
Yeah, she's got a little bit. She needs to cook a little bit more.
Yeah.
She hasn't learned to be humble.
To
She
be
hasn't
humble, she's got a
learned.
lot. She's got to work. Sorry.
It's so true.
It's so true. But you said something before. Sorry, were you going to say something?
No, I was going to say that look at what he's doing now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
there is like 6 couples
Mm-hmm.
that all have met through here being at church.
Yep.
That probably in the next 2 years, we're going to have all of these weddings.
Yeah.
And God has just come in like, shoot. And when you think about these individuals, Lauren, what have they done? They have been
served the church.
serving the church.
Yep.
They have been so faithful in the church. God sees it all.
God sees it all. And the amount of pregnancies.
Yes.
Blessed pregnancies
Yes.
of people that in today's day and age would be called geriatric pregnancies
Yeah.
because you're not supposed to be pregnant after a certain age or have a pregnancy after a certain age because
Right.
it's dangerous. And God's going, I ignore all of that.
That's right.
You're going to have a baby at 38. You're going to
That's
have a baby
right.
at 40. And,
That's right.
And I just think God is really cool.
Yeah, he is really cool. He is. He is.
No, yeah. Yeah.
He really is.
And Des, there's a story in the Bible that I love to refer to, and it's Nathaniel, the disciple, when Jesus was recruiting him. And here I found it. It's in John chapter 1. And Jesus answers him and he goes, and it says this, Jesus answered him, before Philip called you when you were under the fig tree, I saw you. Nathanael answered him, Rabbi, you are the Son of God, you are the King of Israel. Jesus answered him, because I said to you, I saw you under the fig tree. Do you believe me? You will see greater things than these. But I love that story because Jesus is telling him, before even Philip called you,
yes,
I was with you. I called you. When you were under the fig tree and nobody was with you, I was with you. And this story gets so, doesn't get a lot of attention.
Right.
But every time I read it, it touches me because you don't hear a lot about
You
Nathaniel. But that's us.
Mhm.
When we're going
Yes.
through a tough time and we're crying
Yes.
alone, God's like, I still see you in that.
Yes, he's taking track. He's like keeping track.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, I see the pain, I see the disappointment,
Hmm.
I see everything. I see your insecurities.
Yeah.
I see you feeling like you're left behind. I see all that.
Yeah.
I see all that.
Yeah.
But I still have that promise at the end here.
Hmm.
Just hang in there. Hang in there. It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
So, last question to bring this to a
Yes.
close. I've loved this talk.
Me
I've really
too,
loved
me
it.
too.
Last question. So, put yourself back in Desi's position before she got married. She was in the middle of her waiting season. Let's say it's 2008.
Mhm.
And you're having a moment. You're crying like Nathaniel under a fig tree. You're crying and you feel like you've been abandoned, you've been forgotten. What is one thing you would go back if you had the opportunity? You'd go back to your younger self and tell yourself in that moment.
Trust.
Just trust.
Trust God.
Hmm.
Because he has your today, he has your tomorrow.
Hmm.
He has it all already laid out.
Hmm.
Trust. Just trust God and trust the process. Because every hard thing that I went through and that you go through, the end of that hard is just so beautiful.
Hmm.
It really is. So I would say trust.
Trust. That's beautiful. And to you and everyone listening, we say trust God. We're not saying it's easy. We're not saying by any means that the mountain before you is easy to climb, but we're just saying trust God and know that He is with you and know that you're not alone.
That's right.
Many people around you, many people that join you here in worship at Metro Life Church are also going through waiting seasons. But it's not about the waiting season, it's about relying on God to renew your strength. And God has amazing things in store for all of us. So let's trust Him. Metro Life Church, thank you for joining
you.
us for today's day session. Let's give it up for Desiree
I
Hudson.
love
That was
it.
fantastic. And I am Lauren Alessi. Thank you for joining us, and we cannot wait to see you again. Bye-bye.
And nothing but you, nothing but you, Jesus, and nothing but you, and nothing but you, and nothing but you, and nothing but you, hallelujah, nothing but you, no, nothing but you, say, and nothing but you, and nothing but you, and nothing but you, and nothing but you. One more time, say, nothing but you, and nothing but you, and nothing but you, and nothing but you. Sing, Holy Spirit, you have my life. So whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is righteous, whatever is pure, whatever